Welcome back to Houston Life. Our next guests are two local moms who are proving that friendship and business can successfully mix. They decided to turn their love of limoncello into a liquor brand based in Fort Bend County, now available in California. Soon you'll be able to buy it right here in Texas. And now with more in their story, Taia, Rashid, Daphne Carter, co-founders of Daphane Limoncello. Welcome to Houston Life.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
It's so nice to meet you both. We've got a lot to get into. I think we have our bartender, Kylie, on standby because I can't drink here alone. Thank you for bringing.
You too.
Thank you for bringing in. Come on in. Come on in. Looks like we have some. We're going to start with the limoncello before getting into the cocktails, right?
We are. We're just going to do a quick
somewhat of a shot cocktail. We had a little prosecco in it for you.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Sip.
Okay, we're going to sip this. And for those who have never had limoncello, can you explain to our viewers what this is?
So limoncello is it's a traditional Italian liqueur made with lemon zest, sugar, and grain alcohol. They usually use it as an aperitif. Ours is a little different, so we'll talk about that in a minute, but it's very sippable.
It's very sippable. Traditionally an Italian drink, right? And so how did you both come up with this idea? I'm sure you get this question all the time.
Yes. And it's usually Daphne's story to tell because she is the traditional limoncello lover. I love it as a mixer. She loves it in a traditional sense.
Just by itself?
By itself.
Just by itself. It marries the both of my childhood worlds. So my grandmother used to make fresh lemonade, and my uncle had a moonshine still.
I love it.
And so you mix the two together and you get Georgia sunshine at that point in time. So when I tasted limoncello, I was like, this is the best of my world. This is like childhood.
And it's legal.
And it's absolutely legal. So that's how I fell in love with limoncello.
And enjoying a nice, bottle of deliciousness, booze, right? Or creating cocktails. I mean, this is all fun and good, but how does that become a business, right? I mean, this is a lot of hard work for the two of you.
It is a lot of hard work.
And we didn't even know, right? And it's probably best that we didn't know.
Because we probably would have stirred away from it. So we've been friends for like 10 years, met in the dance world, both dance moms, and instantly became friends to the point where we started becoming called the Rashids. My last name is Carter, her last name is Rashid. We were together so often in our families that folks will call us the Rashids.
The Rashids.
Who knew 10 years later that our beverage company would be called the Rashids? Well, every weekend we would host girlfriends over to laugh, to love, to talk about life. And there had to be a featured cocktail. And I was always the mixologist. Not trained, but proclaimed mixologist, and fell in love with limoncello. And one day, Taia's like, what are we doing next in our life? And I said, well, let's figure it out. Went to Italy.
We did. Europe, ended in Italy.
And after too many limoncello shops one evening.
Are you kidding me? This is really how it happened?
This is how it happened.
No, this is how it happened.
You're drinking limoncello in Italy and you say, we're going to go home and start a company.
My husband goes, Daphne, you should start your own limoncello. And so I look at Taia and I'm like, will you say yes to the dress? Will you say yes to limoncello? A year ago. And she's like, absolutely. A month later, we started our business. And less than a year, we're on shelves in California, soon to be Texas and Florida.
Wow. And Taia,
Absolutely.
I mean, this whirlwind, right? This all happened quite fast.
I was a stay-at-home mom. I'd worked corporate before, stay-at-home mom for a while because my husband travels a ton. And I was ready to transition into something else. Daphne was leaving corporate, ready to transition. So we talked about getting into something, not knowing exactly what it was going to be. And lo and behold, that trip, it was like a wildfire. And it's been that since then.
Absolutely.
Well, it's incredible. And you both have such great energy. And I'm sure that sort of, is contagious, right? It ends up in your business. It ends up in your limoncello. Soon, you'll be able to buy it on store shelves.
Yes,
we're at Total Wine here?
Yes.
We're excited.
So how does that feel that your neighbors will be able to find your brand on the shelves?
You know what? I think because we truly live our life thankful for all the many blessings, big and small. I think it took being here for us when we were in the back, taking a moment to kind of look back at what we've done and where we are. And we were like, wait a minute, like we have so much to celebrate, but we're so busy making this brand work. I don't think we take enough time to do that. And we really sat back and like, wait a minute, like we're on TV today. We're gonna be in Total Wine in the Galleria area probably in about a month. Like all this is really happening.
It's happening.
It's happening.
Well, and also in an industry that, many industries historically dominated by men.
Yes.
You are two women in an industry. Do you consider yourselves, like groundbreaking trailblazers?
We do. We absolutely do. And hope to be like a beacon of light and inspiration to other women. When we first started sort of like this spirit, everything was like male dominated. And I said to Taia one day, I said, how many ceilings do you want to break? And because we're best friends, we kind of laughed and we had a few drinks and she was like, as many as we can. And so we set off to do it. And we've been able to do it. So here's how, we're the first women, African-American owned women liqueur in the United States.
I'm sorry, will you say that again, please?
Yeah, we're the first black female owned liqueur, citrus-based liqueur in the United States.
Can I get a round of applause? I mean, that is so fantastic.
Thank you.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Thank you.
And you will always be the first. No one can ever take that away from you.
And we didn't start off trying to be the first. I'm telling you, this is like a friendship that's like a sisterhood. We spend more time laughing and dreaming of like, what does it mean to live a life of faith and love and fun and lux? We shop, we do all those things. Yet we spend so much of our time like putting our hands to purpose. We always said it's got to be purposeful, that like this almost feels like, I don't know if it still feels like a business yet. It still feels like we just hang out every day.
It feels like a business.
And we're seeing video of how it all first started. These were your test batches before you moved into a commercial kitchen.
There were hours spent zesting lemons. It was painful. It was tedious. We had the kids involved.
Oh my gosh. So we bought this little scale. And I said, Taia, we need like 2 grams. And we were zesting these lemons, and she put it on the scale, like
20
0.2 grams. And we were like, oh my gosh.
You have a lot more to go.
Go back to the store.
And this was like 8 p.m. So we ended up like staying up till 2. We made 16 batches that night.
I don't know, too many.
I know, and Taia was like the chemist, and she was like writing down like, this is how much alcohol we use and how many lemons, and like we literally had this like notebook formula.
Because we were gonna master it. If we were gonna put this out there, it was gonna be the best version of limoncello we could design a recipe.
Well, you hit the nail on the head, my friends.
you.
Cheers to you both.
Well, we got 2 other
Congratulations.
cocktails.
I know, I gotta take a quick sip.
Okay.
And we're out of time, but for anyone who's sitting at home and they have a great idea that they just have not pulled the trigger on yet, what's your advice to them?
Just do it. Even when it's hard, because it's just like a good marriage, right? There are gonna be some times when things are a little harder, we're not laughing all the time, but we do it respectfully, we love each other, and that we're based in faith, and just keep forging forward. Like, don't give up, ever.
It's great advice.
And you're sipping one of the favorites, Fool's Gold,
My
made with
favorite.
bourbon, so.
Fool's Gold, you named it after me? Thank you. Thank you so much. Taia, Daphne, congratulations.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
It's
Thank
great
for
to meet you
having
both,
us.
and we
Me
can't
too.
wait to purchase Daphne Limoncello on store shelves here in Texas.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Really,
So
really
great.
good. So in the meantime, for a link to connect with our lovely guests, you can visit HoustonLife.tv. Look for that scene on Houston Life section.